Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to do is show you how you create a menu in 2 different languages. Okay, so at the moment we've got like some German text on a German page, but it doesn't appear to be German in this menu. Okay, so before you do this, what you need to do is make sure that you've translated all of the pages that are going to be in this menu, right? Because I'm going to do an auto sync. But if half of them are done and half of them aren't, it won't work as well. So what I suggest is you check in your English. We need to probably at this point set the default language to English. So what I'm going to do is go up to the languages here. I'm going to set the default language to English because all of my pages are in English, and I'm just going to clone the English menu to German, but to do that I need the English to be default. All right, so now if we do that, home page should be English. Okay, so just to check that this works, and it still will work, I can change this to Dutch, maybe to German, and the German page will be there, but we don't have a German menu. Okay, so the thing to do is just to go down the page, just check, has all of them got a little pencil mark, which means that they've been created. There are some here which aren't, so I'm going to add another one there. So just go through some of them and just double check that they're all done. So chanting circles definitely appears in sadhana. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that all of those are there. So let me just do that. Okay, I want to make sure that I separate the 2 pages. So if I make a change to one, it doesn't overwrite the other. So I can add bits and pieces to the different pages independently of one another. That might take a few seconds. Good, let's go back to pages. Now, I'm in Dutch, let's go to English, go down here. Yep, that's definitely got a German equivalent. Privacy policy. Now the privacy policy does not appear in the menu, so I could make a translation, but at this point I'm not too fussed. Register for satsang's not in the menu. Go to page 2 just to check down here. Yep. There's thank you, simply meditation. Okay, so there's a few I probably should probably translate, like this one, simply meditation, because they're in it, and I'll do that after I've finished syncing the menu. It's just so you get an idea that you should just check that everything that you want in the German or whatever language you're translating into has got the same. Otherwise, if the pages aren't created, the menus won't appear. Okay, so let's go to menu sync. Now that I've changed the default language, check that everything is there. There are some here obviously not translated, which I'll do off this video. I'm going to sync the menu. And what that does is that will build me another menu in German. I apply changes. Okay, so that menu's done. I go back to menus, which is in appearance and menus. I'm just going to refresh this page, and then I should have one menu in English and one menu in German. Now it just so happens I've got English 2 here because I've done this a few times and the database has stored an extra menu even though there isn't another one to choose from. So just to let you know that that's why we're looking at that in that way. But German, if I click on German, I've got my primary navigation in German. The language is in German. Fantastic. Okay, so here are some things you need to do. Okay, So you probably will want to change these words. So for example, if I go to Google Translate and I put in about, and I want that in German. Okay, so I grab that, I come to my menu, I go to about, I put in Uber because it's there, German, save the menu. Okay, there's a few other things we need to do, but I'm going to just go through some of these quickly just so we've got them. Okay, so what I tend to do is just because I want to know which ones need translating, I press DE in there. Well, Uber back to Marga is it's clearly already been done. About back to Marga, DE. I know all of these have been translated. DE. Okay, so just press save. Refresh this page. Now the default language is English, but that's okay for the time being. We just want to check that this works. So I'm going to change it to German. Uber is there. There's the little drop down missing, which is what I'll show you how to do next. But essentially, look, we've got Paramahamsa, Vishwananda DE, Uber back to Marga, yep, and we've got German text. So that is working. Okay. So next thing I want to do is put the little drop arrow, like the drop down arrows. So if I change this back to English, you'll see we've got a drop down arrow there. Now this is done through using a plugin. So you want to change this dot to before, and then you want to set an image, and it's a little SVG icon. If it's probably right down at the bottom, it was the first one to be put on. That guy there. Okay, so press select, make sure it's saying before, press menu, save, refresh this. Okay, so change it to German. Okay, and Uber has a drop down. You could do the same to Sadhana. Now you'll see that there's a few things missing here. If I came to English, you'll see that we have Sadhana teachers, but if I change it to German, do you remember it wasn't translated? Okay. So I'm going to put that in now. So the thing I need to do is be aware which page that it was. So Sadhana teachers is the one I want to put it in. Let's make a translation. So once you've synced the menu, there may be times that you want to add additional pages that you've translated at a later point, and this is how you would do it. So those two, import it all from the English content. Takes a little time. Okay, split the pages up. Done. Okay, so if I press save now, we have the translation done. If we go back to our welcome here, done the translation, still not in Sadhana. Okay, so we need to add that one page to Sadhana, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do DE after this, right? I'm going to save it just so I know that this is my German version. And if I change this to English, you'll see it won't have DE at the end. Okay, so go to the menus. I need to refresh the page because obviously I've created it just recently, and now what I want to do is edit the German, but what I want to do is try and find Sudner teachers. DE, that's the guy, right? Press in you go, so that goes into the menu, but it's down at the bottom and I need to push this up. Okay, so I put it up to there, I indent it so it's there, press save menu, okay, so this is where it will be the moment of truth. So we have Sudner, we're in German, there's our sudnerteachers.de. So that's how you translate a menu, use menu sync to create the bulk translation, and also how you can add additional pages later on if you've taken some time to translate a few pages a bit later down the line. Okay.